everybody to gather here in the center, please, because we might not sit back at the same table. Is anybody here that wasn't here this morning? That should not happen in theory. In a training. He's new. He wasn't here. But you were, okay, you didn't come this morning. You just came towards the end. Okay, you came up towards the end? Okay. Come here.
We are new.
Okay, we start like just before. I will ask again, who has a tourism business, ongoing tourism business? Okay, are you ready? Okay, let me give you the card again. You have one tourism, you have the tourism business. No, it's okay. Again, you have a tourism business ongoing? Yes? Yes. You have one? You have a tourism business? You have? Okay. Ecotourism, a product. A business. Yeah. A product. A product that is you sell to tourism. No. Okay. You have? Yes? Okay, you have a card. Okay, so those with a card, can you raise your hand, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So those who don't have a tourism business, could you just go and pair up with the closest person with a tourism business, please? And do you understand? If you don't, just find somebody who has one and pair up. Okay. And somebody might have more than two, so somebody will be in a trio. It's okay. All right. So now let's try to spread out because we will do some exercise. So we have more than 3. We have plenty of tables. So with your partner or in your trios, try to use as many tables as you want. Okay. And you're going to work in pairs or in trios with somebody who has more experience in a tourism business and somebody who has a bit less. Okay? It's more because we're doing some exercises and some cases it's easier to. So I just want to, how many groups do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 3. Okay. This is one group. Sorry. Here are 2 groups. Here or no? Ah, it's coming. Sorry. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Can you find me another? Okay, so the exercise now is Gopi was telling you about how important is pitching for your product. So we're going to do a little exercise about pitching for your product. But before that, we would like to capture some of your learnings from this morning, the last session we had this morning about marketing. Okay, so I leave now Gopi to take some of your ideas, and if you were to go to a friend this afternoon, tonight, when you go out and somebody tells you, what have you learned this morning about what is really important in terms of promoting a tourism business, what would you tell them? The most important thing?
What is the most important to promote tourism?
I would say you must be confident about your product. But at the same time, you mustn't wait until your product is complete before you start selling it. You must start selling it as soon as you're sure that you're going to have a product. But the most important thing in terms of marketing as well is that you must be sure of what you are selling so that you don't get your customers disappointed.
Number 4. Who's next?
Be passionate, be genuine, put it out there, what you have, what you think you have, and make the most of it.
Have a business plan and select the unique selling points.
I think what struck me from your talk was how important having a very interesting name that actually represents your ideal or your mandate or your spirit.
I'm actually really surprised that no one actually asked me. I told you in the beginning of my presentation that for 2.5 years I didn't have a business plan. No one asked me when did we actually start having a business plan. Cool, thanks.
I think it's also be credible. So if you're saying they have to believe in what you're saying.
I mean, having conviction about what you are.
Minds that make use of technology, so you won't be left. And if you want to have a global network, then it would be good to have a global network. I mean,
2 important things. One, data analysis for business plan, chemical, acquisition, and the second one is for the marketing is the social networks, Twitter, all of this kind of technology.
It's also important the way in which you present your product.
How you present makes the difference.
Most of the things have been covered, but for me probably what else is important is also you need to have a story to tell people.
Thank you.
And yeah, I think almost everything is covered, but interaction also with communities. And there is a simple thing that still in my mind. It's a detail, but I think it matters. The name, it has to sound real, and have to have a commitment with the product you want to present to the people.
One other thing that is important is the word of mouth marketing. You must make sure that the way you interact with your customers, you make them your marketing people. And by so doing, you save a lot of money, because word of mouth is the key.
In one of the social media workshops, what we saw was, people talk about word of mouth, but in the new social media world, it's actually word of mouth. There's a lot of people talking about it.
The experience is the main product.
How genuine the experience is.
Money. Money does not afford because of it.
First, the view is very practical and OP is private. So, but I will, one word is very impressive. You say NGO is unsustainable. No, but that's coming from practical experience.
Maybe another thing is the product that we're saying has to be different from other people as unique. It's actually that should be able to attract the customers.
It has to be different. It should stand out. Anything else? Now, one danger of this whole positioning, especially in responsible tourism businesses, earlier when ecotourism was so popular, if you look at last 10 years of all the brochures coming out of UK tour operators, you will not see one word called ecotourism. Reason is there's so much of greenwashing going on. Everyone is into ecotourism without having a sense of what this is all about. So be very careful also, you know. So another thing that probably that you are all going to see is similar to greenwashing. You will soon see responsible washing. You know, everyone is responsible. Everyone is talking about sustainability. So there's a lot of debate going online if you look at especially the global sustainable tourism criteria. This initiative came up because, you know, there's a lot of standards in different places, but can you actually have sort of universal language? You know, that's a debate going on. So what GSTC 3-4 days ago, there was a Facebook post from GSTC telling because of GST criteria, now destinations around the world are speaking the same language. And many people are very excited about it. I am scared of that because if I am going to talk the language of what is happening in a destination in Geneva and in Botswana, there's a problem because place to place situation changes, social dynamics changes. You know, I might not be in a situation to employ only women. You know, I would love to have women employees, but maybe my local reality doesn't allow me that. But just because of that, I should not get minus marks. You know, so those kind of, so you can't speak a different language, but multiple language, multiple ethnicity, things will keep on changing. So one thing that there's a new trend in the small tour operators, what is called responsible reporting. This is to ensure that I, as a travel company with a little bit of money to invest in a website, I can make any claim I want. That's a danger. I can say I'm doing this and that. And there are so many stupid certification companies in the world who are ready to certify if you pay them money. So to counter that, small companies, what they are doing is they are talking about accountability, they are talking about transparency, and they are saying, they are making claims. A company called Social Foods in Nepal, they have done, I think they might be one of the first companies who have done social audit by themselves and going out to the travelers and telling them, this is what we are doing, we have done this and that, and then sharing it with them. So we also do this similar stuff. We haven't really gone in detail about reporting, but what we have done is we make claims. And these claims are shared with the traveling community, with the industry. So if you are traveling with us, you will know very clearly about how your trips are making a difference in the 14 days or 7 days. And then this is verified by the travelers. So they kind of become your holistic police. You know, they will see, oh, you are making all this claim of ecotourism, but when we were staying at your property, we realized that you don't even do waste management. And in this time of social media, people are going to post it, and you don't want that. So be very careful about the claims that you are making. In the public, I don't want to let it go like that.
Thank you. Just one point to add, we had a short discussion during lunch break also in terms of labeling. I think this is a discussion we can't cover here, but also when you look into different labels, there are labels certainly more credible than others. So it might add value for your product to get labeled. For example, there is a very good standard in South Africa, Fair Trade Tourism South Africa, FTTSA, which is a credible one, which also helps us as a tour operator to source from a credible label. But there are a whole lot of labels which are completely not incredible or not credible. So this is also something you have to consider in this context. But now I know to Julie.
Okay, I think it's a very interesting list. You're happy? You think you have captured some of the lessons of this
Now there is
morning?
a proof that they were actually listening.
Yes,
That's amazing.
okay. Okay, so now the exercise that we are going to do in pairs or in trios is to make a pitch. Gopi gave us an example of a successful pitch he made in Paris, but I'm sure you made many pitches. Basically, a pitch is you have a chance to sell your product in a very short time. Attention span is very short. You're trying to convince a tour operator to come and visit your product and put it in their next catalog. So you have a very short time to present it. And so what we suggest is, that's why I paired you up with people that actually have a product. So you actually have something real to start from. So what I would suggest, the person who has the product can quickly introduce to the others. What is their product? What are the key features? What are the unique selling proposition of the product? What are the strengths? And then design together, put together a little strategy to make this pitch. You can also use visual if you want. In the middle of the table there is paper and pens. You don't have to. Certainly the pitch should be verbal. So then each of you will have to select in your group the person that will make the pitch. And you will make the pitch to our Quality partners. And then they will decide if they're going to buy your product or not. So you have around 20 minutes to work together. You can stay here. If it becomes too noisy, you can also go in the corridor, but please come back. It's now 2:22, around, let's say, 2:45. You can just, and then if they're good, you have to buy them. You have to buy them.
Thank you.